Hello, in this video, we will introduce sorting algorithms. Specifically, we will introduce the selection sort. Sorting is a common task in programming. There are many different algorithms developed for sorting. In this section, we will introduce the selection sort. Selection sort works as follows. First, select the smallest element in the list. So I'm going to have 15 elements, reset it. So which one's the smallest? 5. Swap 5 with the first element. So let's do this now.
5 is swapped with 54.
Next, we're going to find the smallest element in the remaining list. So that happens to be the first one, 11. 11 is already in place. No swap is needed.
The minimum value is 11 and the first value is 11 in the unsorted sublist.
In the remaining list, we're going to find the smallest, that is 17. Swap it with 24.
The minimum element is the first element in the remaining list. No swap is needed. The minimum value is 17 and the first value is 24 in the unsorted sublist. 17 is swapped with 24.
So this process continues all the way to the end until you have only one element left in the unsorted sublist. By then, everything is in order. So this is called a selection sort. So you selected the smallest and then swap it with the first one. So this continues for the remaining list. We describe the selection sort as follows. For I in range, this is the length of the list minus 1. So because we don't have to do anything when the index is here, is the last thing you need to do is to look at the sublist with 2 elements. So that's why we go with the length of the list minus 1. Select the smallest element in the sublist. It's from this I to len list. This is the one before the len list, the index. This is actually the elements there. All the elements starting from I to the end of the list. Swap the smallest element with list brackets I at that I. So the I is the list I is the first one. And this continues. And when this loop finishes, the list is sorted. So now we expand it into this algorithm here. So this is selection sort to sort this list. The length of list minus 1. So that's the range for I. And this is now, let's get the minimum element. So the minimum element, you can now use this min function to find the minimum here. And this is starting from I and all the way to the end. So now also we need to know what's the index of that minimum element. So you can do this by using this index in this sublist. That is the sublist. You get the index to find the current min, and then with this I plus this index. So please note that when you get the sublist here, so the sublist, the index will start from 0. So that's why you need to plus I. Now swap if necessary. If the current mean index is not equal to I, we're going to perform the swap using the simultaneous assignment. So swap the two elements, swap the first one with the minimum one. So here's the test program, and this is selection sort. That is all for selection sort in this section. See you on the next video.